This is what will really happen to your body if you start practicing the farmer's walk. There are exercises that transform your body in ways you never imagined, and the farmer's walk is one of them. This ancestral movement, practiced since the dawn of humanity when our ancestors carried weight to survive, has the power to revolutionize not just your physical form, but your entire quality of life. When incorporated into your daily routine, the farmer's walk literally engages every muscle in your body, from head to toe, building truly functional strength, the kind that translates into real benefits for your daily activities. That's why today you'll see 8 surprising benefits of this incredibly powerful exercise that continues to be neglected in traditional gyms. And of course, I'll teach you exactly how to perform it to maximize your results and avoid injuries. Benefit number 8, improved posture. Everything begins with something many of us struggle with daily: posture. In a world where we spend hours hunched over screens, the farmer's walk emerges as a natural antidote for slumped shoulders and aching backs. When carrying considerable weights at your sides, you're forced to adopt an erect posture and actively engage your back muscles. The trapezius and rhomboids, often forgotten in conventional routines, are directly stimulated, creating natural support to keep your shoulders aligned. It's as if your body is being recalibrated to its ideal position with each step. People who regularly incorporate this exercise report a significant change, not just in appearance, with more open shoulders and elevated chest, but also in the feeling of comfort when sitting and standing. The most fascinating thing is that this correction happens almost involuntarily. Your body learns to maintain this improved posture even when you're not training. Unlike isolated exercises like lateral raises or rows, the farmer's walk creates a movement pattern that your body recognizes as necessary for daily function, making good posture an automatic habit, not something you need to constantly remember to do. Number 7. Benefits for everyday life. How many times have you found yourself struggling to carry heavy groceries from the car to the kitchen, or moving furniture during a move, and ended up with pain for days afterward? This is another positive aspect of the farmer's walk. It prepares your body for life's real challenges. Forget isolated gym exercises that confine your muscles to controlled environments and predictable movements. The farmer's walk emerges as the unsung hero of functional fitness, boosting your performance in various daily activities to new heights. Unlike machines that stabilize the weight for you, here your body learns to create its own stability while carrying heavy loads, exactly as in real life. Each step requires subtle adaptations in balance, strength, and coordination that directly translate to better performance in daily tasks. Think of the practical benefits: carrying children effortlessly, transporting luggage on trips without back pain, or moving heavy objects without needing help. This type of transferable strength is rarely developed in traditional training programs, which tend to isolate muscles instead of training integrated movements. Benefit 6. Improved grip strength. Did you know that the strength of your grip can predict how long you'll live? It seems like an exaggeration, but various scientific studies have established a direct correlation between grip strength and longevity. A study published in the Journal of American Medical Association followed more than 140,000 people in 17 countries and found that for every 11-pound reduction in grip strength, there was a 16% increase in the risk of death from any cause. The farmer's walk is possibly the most efficient exercise for developing this crucial strength. By holding heavy weights for prolonged periods, you force not just the finger muscles, but the entire strength chain that includes forearms, biceps, and even the stabilizing muscles of the shoulders. Unlike isolated exercises like the hand grip, the farmer's walk trains grip endurance in real conditions, with fatigued muscles under dynamic tension. This improved grip strength goes beyond simply opening jars more easily. It enhances your ability to perform any activity that involves firmly holding objects, from sports like tennis and climbing to playing musical instruments or performing detailed manual work. Forearm strengthening also has a rarely mentioned aesthetic benefit: more defined arms and more visible veins, a sign of low body fat percentage and good cardiovascular health that many seek in training. Benefit 5. Stimulating testosterone and GH production. If there is a holy grail in the fitness world, it would be an exercise's ability to naturally increase anabolic hormone levels in the body, those responsible for muscle growth, fat burning, and the general feeling of vigor. The farmer's walk is one of the rare movements that provokes a significant hormonal response, particularly in the production of testosterone and growth hormone GH. A study published in the European Journal of Applied Physiology demonstrated that high-intensity compound exercises involving large muscle groups can increase testosterone by up to 25% immediately after training. The farmer's walk fits this description perfectly, simultaneously engaging the legs, core, back, and arms under heavy load. This hormonal response is particularly valuable as we age. From the age of 30, men lose approximately 1% of their testosterone each year, while women experience declines during and after menopause. These hormones affect not only body composition, but also energy, libido, mental clarity, and even bone density. The most interesting thing is that the farmer's walk stimulates this hormone production both acutely, immediately after exercise, and chronically, creating long-term adaptations. By incorporating this movement into your regular routine, you're essentially creating a younger and more optimized hormonal environment, combating the natural effects of aging in a way that few exercises can. Before we continue to number 5, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Having constant access to correct and science-based information is what will make you progress in the long term in the bodybuilding world. Benefit 4, high calorie burn. The mathematics of fat loss is often misunderstood. It's not just about how many calories you burn during exercise, but also the metabolic effect that persists for hours or even days afterward. The farmer's walk creates what experts call an elevated EPOC effect, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, a state where your body continues burning calories at an accelerated rate even after the exercise ends. A study from the University of Southern Maine found that high-intensity strength exercises can burn up to 9 times more calories than previously estimated when considering this prolonged effect. The farmer's walk perfectly combines strength and conditioning in a single movement. While carrying heavy weights, your heart rate rises to levels comparable to traditional cardiovascular exercises, but with the additional benefit of muscle overload. This means you're simultaneously building muscle and burning fat, the ideal scenario for body transformation. Many practitioners report visible changes in body composition after just a few weeks of incorporating this exercise, even without significant diet changes. And the best part, you don't need to spend hours on monotonous treadmills to get impressive results. Short, intense sessions of farmer's walks can produce metabolic effects superior to those of prolonged traditional cardio, making it an ideal option for those seeking efficiency in their workouts. Benefit 3, mental effects. There's a dimension of physical training that is rarely discussed in fitness magazines: mental resilience. The farmer's walk doesn't just challenge your muscles, it tests the limits of your determination. When you're in the middle of a route with heavy weights in your hands, your muscles burning and breathing labored, something remarkable happens in the brain. A Stanford University study found that high-intensity strength exercises significantly elevate endorphin levels and stimulate the production of BDNF, a protein that researchers describe as fertilizer for the brain. This neurological effect goes beyond the traditional runner's high. It builds new brain connections that improve psychological resistance to challenges. Regular practitioners of the farmer's walk often report that the mental benefits surpass even the physical ones. There's something transformative about discovering that you can continue advancing even when every fiber of your body asks you to stop. This resilience cultivated in training invariably spills over into other aspects of life. Executives report better performance under pressure, athletes describe greater endurance in crucial moments of competitions, and ordinary people notice a greater capacity to face daily adversities. The beauty of this mental training lies in its simplicity. You don't need sophisticated equipment or complicated techniques, just the willingness to take one more step when it seems impossible to continue. Benefit 2, improved lower back pain. Chronic lower back pain affects about 80% of the population at some point in life, often resulting from a weak core unable to properly stabilize the spine. The farmer's walk addresses this problem in a way that traditional abdominal exercises simply cannot. Unlike exercises that isolate the superficial abdominal muscles, the farmer's walk engages what experts call the deep core, muscles like the transverse abdominis and multifidus, which act as a natural corset stabilizing the spine. A study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research demonstrated that load-carrying exercises like the farmer's walk activate these stabilizing muscles at significantly higher levels than traditional core exercises. The most interesting thing is that this activation happens in a functional way. Your body learns to contract these muscles in just the right amount, at the right time, to protect your spine during dynamic movements. This adaptation directly translates to less pain and greater functionality in daily life. Many practitioners with a history of lower back pain report substantial improvements after regularly incorporating the farmer's walk into their routines. It's not uncommon to see physiotherapists recommending modified versions of this exercise as part of rehabilitation programs. Unlike approaches that only treat symptoms, the farmer's walk addresses the root cause of many lower back pains, the core's inability to properly protect the spine during real-world movements, especially those involving external loads. Benefit 1. Improved balance and coordination. Our brain constantly processes information about where our body is in space, a skill called proprioception that tends to deteriorate with age and sedentary lifestyle. The farmer's walk is world-class proprioceptive training. By carrying heavy weights in one or both hands, you create a complex challenge for your nervous system, maintaining balance, posture, and direction while managing an asymmetric load. This demand forces enhanced communication between brain, joints, and muscles. Researchers from the University of Auckland found that exercises that simultaneously challenge strength and balance can improve proprioceptive response by up to 30%, particularly in older adults. The practical benefits are impressive: better balance when walking on uneven surfaces, faster reactions to avoid falls, and more fluid movements in sports and daily activities. The farmer's walk with unilateral load also amplifies this effect, creating an even greater demand for stabilization. A study published in the International Journal of Sports Physical Therapy documented that athletes with better proprioception have significantly lower injury rates, particularly in joints like knees and ankles. I don't even need to say that for older adults, these benefits are even more valuable. Falls represent one of the main causes of serious injuries in this population, and improvements in balance and coordination can literally save lives. Now that you know all the wonders that the farmer's walk can provide, let's learn exactly how to perform it correctly to maximize results and minimize injury risks. Proper execution begins with preparation. Select weights appropriate for your level. Kettlebells, dumbbells, or even buckets filled with water or sand work perfectly. Beginners should start with approximately 25 to 30% of their body weight divided between both hands. As you progress, you can gradually increase up to 50 to 70% of your body weight for advanced results. Position the weights beside your body, with feet shoulder-width apart. The lifting phase is crucial. Bend your knees slightly while keeping your back absolutely straight, using primarily the legs and not the back to lift the weights from the ground. Imagine pushing the ground with your feet, as if you were performing a leg press. Once you have the weights in your hands, activate your posture by aligning your shoulders. Don't let them fall forward or backward, but keep them neutral and stable. The walk should be performed with firm and controlled steps. Keep your core engaged and take decisive steps, neither hurried nor excessively slow. The ideal distance for beginners is between 15 to 20 meters per set. As you advance, you can increase to 30 to 40 meters or work with time instead of distance. For example, walking continuously for 30 to 45 seconds. A valuable tip: avoid looking down while walking. Keep your gaze fixed ahead, with your chin parallel to the ground. This not only reinforces correct posture, but also trains your body to maintain balance without relying excessively on visual references. Also remember to alternate the side that carries more weight when doing unilateral versions to avoid muscular imbalances. The most common error is compensating for the weight by leaning the trunk to the opposite side. This nullifies many benefits and can cause muscular imbalances. Keep the trunk absolutely vertical, engaging the oblique muscles and quadratus lumborum to resist lateral tilt. Another frequent error is holding your breath. Pay attention to maintaining controlled breathing, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth while walking. For effective programming, start with 3 to 4 sets, twice a week. As your strength and endurance increase, progress to 4 to 6 sets, 2 to 3 times weekly. For variation and additional challenges, try the unilateral version that dramatically intensifies the core stabilization work, or the elevated arms version that adds a shoulder stabilization component. Progression is fundamental for continuous results. Once you can complete all sets with perfect control, always seek to increase the weight by approximately 5 to 10%. Stability before strength. Make sure your execution is perfect before adding more load. To monitor your progress, record not just the weight used, but also the distance traveled and your perception of effort. The farmer's walk can be incorporated into your workouts in various ways, as a main exercise at the beginning of the session when you're fresh, as a metabolic finisher at the end of the workout, or even as a complete workout by itself when combined in a circuit with 2 to 3 other compound movements. The versatility of this exercise is truly remarkable. If you liked this and also want to discover 6 powerful isometric positions capable of changing your entire lower body, we have a video appearing right now on the screen where we show and explain in detail how to perform each of them. Don't miss it. Thank you for watching this far, and may God bless you, my friend.